Right now, someone weaker than you is winning. Why? Because they look untouchable. They speak without hesitation. They act like they own every room they walk into, and the world bends to them. Meanwhile, you're still explaining yourself, still defending your worth, still letting people walk all over you and pretending it doesn't hurt. But what if I told you the most dangerous response to disrespect isn't anger? It's not revenge. It's something far more terrifying, something that makes people question everything they thought they knew about you. It's complete, calculated silence. Today, you're going to learn the dark art of ignoring disrespect so effectively that the people who tried to break you will come crawling back, begging for your attention. This isn't about being petty. This isn't about playing games. This is about psychological warfare at its finest. And by the end of this video, you'll never react to disrespect the same way again. The fatal mistake most people make. Here's what happens when someone disrespects you. Your blood boils. Your heart races. Every fiber of your being wants to fight back, to defend yourself, to prove them wrong. So you do exactly what they expect. You react. You argue. You explain. You defend. You get emotional. And in that moment, you've already lost. Because the person who can make you react owns you. They've proven they can reach inside your mind and pull your strings like a puppet master. Think about it. When someone insults you and you immediately fire back, what have you just shown them? That their opinion matters to you. That their words have power over your emotions. That you're so fragile, so insecure, that a few sentences from a stranger can completely derail your peace. You've handed them the remote control to your emotional state, and they'll use it again and again. But there's another way, a way that flips the entire script, a way that makes you untouchable. The psychology behind true power. Let me tell you something most people will never understand. The most powerful response to disrespect isn't a response at all. It's the absence of one. When someone throws an insult at you, expecting you to explode, and you don't even flinch, that's when you become dangerous. When you stay calm while they lose their mind, when you smile while they rage, when you remain silent while they desperately try to get a reaction, you've just demonstrated something terrifying. You've shown them they don't matter. Not their opinion, not their words, not their entire existence. They're so irrelevant to your world that their attempts to hurt you don't even register. And nothing, absolutely nothing, drives people more insane than being ignored by someone they're trying to control. Here's the brutal truth about human psychology. People disrespect you because they want something from you. They want your attention. They want your energy. They want to see you break. They want to feel powerful by making you feel small. But when you give them nothing, when you treat their disrespect like background noise, you rob them of everything they were trying to steal. The art of strategic silence. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about being passive. This isn't about being weak. This is about being strategic. This is about understanding that silence is not emptiness. It's power concentrated. When someone disrespects you, here's what you do. Nothing. Don't defend yourself. Don't explain your position. Don't try to make them understand. Don't even acknowledge that they spoke. Look right through them like they're invisible. Continue your conversation with someone else. Keep doing whatever you were doing. Act like their words were just wind passing by. This does something to people that's almost cruel in its effectiveness. It makes them question their own existence. They start thinking, did I not speak loud enough? Did they not hear me? Am I really that insignificant? And then they try harder. They get louder. They get more desperate. And with each attempt to get your attention, they look more pathetic while you look more powerful. The immediate aftermath. Here's what happens in the first few minutes after you ignore someone's disrespect. They're confused. They expected a fight, and you gave them nothing. They're standing there with all this negative energy and nowhere to put it. So they double down. They might try again, louder this time. They might try to involve other people. They might even try to physically get in your space. This is the test. This is where most people break and give them the reaction they're craving. But not you. You stay ice cold. You maintain that same calm energy. You continue to treat them like they don't exist. And something beautiful happens. Other people start to notice. They see someone losing their mind trying to get your attention, and they see you completely unbothered. Who looks stronger in that moment? Who looks more in control? The person screaming for attention, or the person who's so secure they don't need to respond to every barking dog? The 24-hour rule. Now here's where it gets interesting. In the first 24 hours after you ignore someone's disrespect, they're going to go through a psychological journey. First, they're angry. How dare you ignore them? Don't you know who they are? They might talk to other people about it, trying to get validation that you're the problem. But then, doubt creeps in. They start replaying the interaction in their head. They start wondering if maybe they went too far. They start questioning whether they looked foolish. And by the end of that first day, something shifts. They start thinking about you, not with anger anymore, but with curiosity. Who is this person who can't be rattled? Who is this person who's so confident they don't need to defend themselves? You've become a mystery, and humans are obsessed with solving mysteries. The week that changes everything. Over the next week, something even more powerful happens. While they're thinking about you, you're not thinking about them at all. You've moved on. You're focused on your goals, your relationships, your life. This creates what I call the attention imbalance. They're giving you mental real estate, but you're not giving them any. They're wondering what you're doing, who you're with, whether you even remember the interaction. And this imbalance drives them crazy. They might start showing up in places where they know you'll be. They might try to get information about you from mutual friends. They might even try to apologize or explain themselves. But here's the key. You maintain the same energy. Polite but distant. Cordial but cold. You acknowledge their existence just enough to not seem completely antisocial, but you never give them the deep engagement they're craving. The psychological breakdown. By week 2, if they're still thinking about you, and trust me, they will be, they're going through what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. Their brain is trying to reconcile two conflicting ideas. 1. They believe they're important and their opinions matter. 2. You've demonstrated through your actions that they're irrelevant to you. This creates mental stress, and the only way to resolve this stress is to either accept that they're not as important as they thought, which hurts their ego, or convince themselves that you actually do care about their opinion, which requires getting your attention. Guess which one most people choose? They start reaching out. Maybe it's a casual text. Maybe it's a comment on your social media. Maybe it's showing up at events they know you'll attend. They're not apologizing yet. Their ego won't let them. But they're testing the waters. They're trying to see if there's a crack in your armor, a way back into your attention. The moment they break, here's when you know you've won. It's the moment they try to start a normal conversation with you, pretending the disrespect never happened. Hey, how's it going? What are you up to this weekend? Did you see that thing on the news? They're trying to reset the relationship. They're trying to get back to a place where they have access to your energy and attention. This is your power moment. You can choose to engage normally, which gives them what they want. Or you can maintain that same polite distance, which keeps them in the psychological prison you've created. Most people make the mistake of being too nice at this point. They think, well, they're being civil now, so I should be civil back. Wrong. You maintain the boundary. You respond, but briefly. You're polite, but not warm. You give them just enough to not seem rude, but not enough to satisfy their need for your full attention. The crawling back phase. And then it happens. The moment you've been waiting for. They break. Maybe it's a long text message explaining their behavior. Maybe it's an apology. Maybe it's them asking what they did wrong. Maybe it's them trying to make plans with you. They're crawling back. Not because they've suddenly realized you're amazing, but because you've created a psychological need in them. You've become the person whose approval they crave, because you're the person who won't give it easily. This is human nature at its most basic level. We want what we can't have. We value what's scarce. We chase what runs away from us. By ignoring their disrespect, you've made yourself scarce. You've made your attention valuable. You've made them chase you. The long-term transformation. But here's the most beautiful part of this strategy. It doesn't just work on the person who disrespected you. It changes how everyone sees you. When people witness you staying calm under pressure, when they see you unbothered by things that would destroy others, when they watch you maintain your dignity while others lose theirs, you become someone they respect. You become someone they don't want to test. You develop a reputation, not as someone who's mean or aggressive, but as someone who's unshakable, someone who's secure, someone who doesn't need external validation to feel good about themselves. And this reputation protects you. People think twice before disrespecting someone who they know won't give them the reaction they're looking for. The advanced techniques. Now, let me share some advanced techniques that will make this strategy even more effective. First, the gray rock method. When you absolutely have to interact with someone who's disrespected you, you become as boring and uninteresting as possible. You give one-word answers. You don't share personal information. You don't react to their attempts to provoke you. You become so dull that they lose interest in trying to get a reaction from you. Second, the redirect and elevate technique. When someone tries to bring you down to their level with disrespect, you redirect the conversation to something higher. You talk about your goals, your projects, your positive relationships. You show them that while they're focused on negativity, you're focused on building something better. Third, the strategic visibility approach. You make sure they can see you thriving without them. You post about your successes. You're seen with people who respect you. You demonstrate through your actions that their absence from your life has made it better, not worse. The mistakes that ruin everything. But be careful. There are mistakes that can destroy this entire strategy. Mistake number 1. Breaking character. If you ignore someone for weeks and then suddenly explode at them, you've undone all your work. You've shown them that they can still get to you if they just try hard enough. Mistake number 2. Talking about it. If you're constantly telling other people about how you're ignoring someone, you're not really ignoring them. You're still giving them mental energy. True indifference means they don't occupy your thoughts at all. Mistake number 3. Being obviously petty. If your ignoring is so dramatic and obvious that it looks like a performance, people will see through it. The most effective ignoring looks effortless and natural. Mistake number 4. Ignoring everyone. This strategy works because it's selective. If you ignore everyone who says anything you don't like, you'll just seem antisocial. Save it for genuine disrespect. When they don't come back. Now, what if they don't come crawling back? What if they just move on and forget about you? Here's the thing. That's actually a win too. If someone can disrespect you and then completely forget about you, they were never worth your time anyway. You've successfully removed a toxic person from your life without any drama or confrontation. But in my experience, this rarely happens. Most people who disrespect others are insecure themselves. They need reactions to feel powerful. When you don't give them that reaction, it creates a psychological itch they can't scratch. They'll be back. Maybe not in a week, maybe not in a month, but they'll be back. And when they are, you'll be ready. The ultimate power move. Here's the ultimate power move. When they do come crawling back, when they do apologize or try to make amends, you accept it gracefully, but you don't forget. You don't hold grudges. That gives them too much power over your emotional state. But you also don't pretend it never happened. You maintain appropriate boundaries based on how they've shown you they behave under pressure. You can be cordial without being close. You can be polite without being vulnerable. You can forgive without forgetting. This shows true strength. It shows that you're not controlled by anger or resentment, but you're also not naive enough to let people walk all over you repeatedly. The ripple effect. As you master this skill, something amazing happens. You stop attracting disrespectful people in the first place. There's something about people who are truly secure, people who don't need external validation, people who can't be easily rattled. It makes others think twice before testing them. You develop what I call quiet authority. You don't need to be loud or aggressive to command respect. Your calm confidence does all the talking. People start treating you differently. They speak to you with more consideration. They think before they act around you. They recognize that you're not someone who can be manipulated or controlled. Your new identity. This isn't just a technique you use occasionally. This becomes part of who you are. You become someone who doesn't react to every provocation, someone who doesn't need to defend themselves against every criticism, someone who's secure enough in their own worth that other people's opinions don't shake them. You become untouchable, not because you're mean or cold, but because you're unshakable. And when you reach that point, when you truly embody this energy, something beautiful happens. The right people are drawn to you. People who respect strength. People who appreciate calm confidence. People who don't need drama to feel alive. Meanwhile, the wrong people, the ones who thrive on chaos and conflict, they avoid you. They can sense that you won't give them what they're looking for. The final truth. Here's the final truth about ignoring disrespect. It's not really about them. It's about you. It's about developing such a strong sense of self that other people's opinions can't shake you. It's about building such a solid foundation of self-worth that you don't need external validation to feel good about yourself. It's about becoming the kind of person who's so focused on their own growth, their own goals, their own happiness, that they don't have time or energy to waste on people who don't respect them. When you reach that level, when you truly embody that energy, you don't have to try to ignore disrespect. It happens naturally, because disrespectful people become irrelevant to your world. And that's when you've truly won, not because they came crawling back, though they probably will, but because you've become someone who doesn't need them to. You've become untouchable. You've become unshakable. You've become free. And that freedom, that power, that quiet confidence, that's something no one can ever take away from you. So the next time someone disrespects you, remember this video. Remember that you have a choice. You can react like everyone expects, or you can do something far more powerful. You can show them that they don't matter enough to deserve a reaction. And watch how quickly they realize they made a mistake they can't take back. The power is yours. Use it wisely.